faceless names upon a page. But because you took the time to care, my life's forever changed. You speak for me, now I have a voice. You speak for me, now I have a choice. I counted on you, you carried me through. I'm no longer lost and all alone. When you speak for me, you give me hope that I'll have the chance to live, to grow, and I will become what I was born to be. When you speak.
Welcome to CASA Cares for the Community. Good evening, everybody. I'm Amy Covino. I'm the co-chair of the Board of Governors for CASA New Hampshire and your MC this evening. I'm delighted to be here with you tonight virtually and grateful. I hope that you're out there spending a little time with us. I hope you've clicked on and are really there. Like all of you, we've had a tough 6 months of transition of life with COVID. I'm so proud of this organization and to be affiliated with CASA New Hampshire and what they've accomplished in support of New Hampshire's abused and neglected children. This organization has not missed a beat in transitioning from what is a very face-to-face personal effort and bringing it all virtual, including tonight's event, our annual gala. We do have a wonderful evening in store for you tonight. We've been working so hard. The committee is just amazing. And we want to kick it off with one of CASA's favorite and funniest supporters. Have a look.
Hello to all you amazing CASA supporters. It is a thrill for me to have a chance to connect here with my New Hampshire friends and neighbors. Having spent months quarantined in an attic wearing a mask, eating takeout, it is nice to put on a clean shirt and spend a little time with you all. I'm here tonight to welcome you to CASA Cares for the Community. And while I had planned to be in New Hampshire hosting a live show to support important organizations like CASA, COVID all but crushed those plans. So I'm happy to be a part of this virtual event virtually. My entire family have been longtime supporters of CASA. As a new parent, I'm even more committed to protecting and helping the most vulnerable in our society. The ripple effect of COVID has disrupted lives in ways you may not have considered. Not only has COVID impacted funding, but has put the need for CASAs on the rise, and here's why. Since COVID hit, abused and neglected children have been kept isolated in their homes, away from the watchful eyes of teachers, caregivers, and coaches. But now the kids are back in daycare and at school, at least the lucky ones. Sadly, we expect reports of abuse and neglect to rise, to likely increase, since these kids are out and about being seen by others. Since we've got our own children now, we've increased our support of organizations like CASA, who make sure all children have a safe home. And this is why tonight is so important. Please support CASA so they can continue to advocate for New Hampshire's abused and neglected children and meet the needs of the increased cases on their way. CASA describes their volunteers as ordinary people doing extraordinary things during extraordinary times. I describe them simply as heroes. Let's show them our support by generously donating, either by purchasing auction items, including a happy half hour with me, and that could definitely mean some day drinking, night drinking, however you want to do it. But let's drink, guys. Or by making a generous donation during the appeal. These are extraordinary times, time for kindness, taking care of one another. In a world where many things are out of our control, we have an opportunity to make a meaningful difference right now. So please dig a little deeper tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. I wish I could be there with you, but I am all registered to donate, so please sign up and become a CASA Cares for the Community supporter. It feels good, way better than staying in a stuffy attic for months on end. And let's do, in the future, have a live show to raise some money as soon as that's safe. But until then, thank you so much.
We are so grateful to have that connection to Seth Meyers and his entire family. You know, they've been longtime supporters of CASA New Hampshire, and we are incredibly grateful for his donation. One of our favorite live items this evening, a 30-minute happy hour with Seth Meyers. Maybe he'll be in the attic, who knows? So please get online right now and check out all the terrific live auction items we have for bid as the bidding is open right now. We want you to bid recklessly and spend with abandon tonight. We need your support. And I'd now like to introduce the founder of CASA New Hampshire, our president and CEO for the past 30 years, Marty Sink.
Thank you, Amy, and welcome, everyone. You know, I was thinking I'm missing seeing these 300 or 400 people sitting in a banquet room eating rubber chickens, as I said. But we're missing that. But we do know what's so unique about tonight's event is that we have people all over the country watching us and joining us tonight, friends and family from all over. So that's really exciting. But thank you for sharing this night with us, this 1 hour of your time. COVID has impacted so many. And we wanted to make this night a little bit special, not just about CASA, but about the community that we live in here in New Hampshire and how they have given so generously to us over the years and what we can do in our small part to give back to them. So, but before we get started with the fun, I want to introduce and welcome our wonderful governor, Chris Sununu, who sent a message for us this evening.
Hi, this is Governor Chris Sununu. I wanted to take a moment and just say thank you to all of the incredible CASA volunteers, the advocates, and the supporters. The work that you do makes a world of difference to children all across the Granite State. You know, from implementing full-day kindergarten, being the first state in the nation to standardize social-emotional learning programs in our classrooms, increasing funding to DCYF, rebuilding our entire foster care system. We have done a lot together in the past few years, but we all know there is still a lot more work to do. The challenges brought on by COVID-19 require that we all step up even further to look out for the best interests of New Hampshire's kids. Those of you watching today get it. You understand just how important the mission around CASA is. So today, we all need to challenge ourselves to bring somebody else into the fold. Share CASA's story of success with those in your community and help further strengthen this incredible network. When we work together, we can do incredible things. Thank you guys for all that you do.
Thank you, Governor Sununu. And I want to thank our incredible sponsors, our great sponsors, Sandy Cleary from SLC Holding, who's been a long-time presenting sponsor of this event. Cars for CASA, our matching gift mission moment sponsor. St. Mary's Bank, our community sponsor. And a special thank you to Days Jeweler, our jewelry sponsor, who will make one lucky winner tonight a very happy person with a brand new pair of diamond earrings. And to all our Guardian sponsors, Lovering Volvo, Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield, Members First Credit Union, and RBC Wealth Management. Thank you to those folks who join us every year and some newcomers this year. So I guess we should get this party started. And I get the privilege of introducing to you the amazing Mark Federow, who is going to bring us some laughs and some opportunities to contribute to CASA.
Oh, Marty, thank you. There's nothing amazing about it. The amazing part is that we are together here tonight. We're in unprecedented times. And I'm going to tell you, I'm so excited that you're sitting at home. I hope if you care to have one, you've got a beverage nearby and you're going to enjoy this next hour. Very, very important step. As much as I love visiting with you, I'd love to see you bidding. And how do you bid? Many of you are watching and many of you are already registered. Here's what I need you to do. If you're going to bid on your phone or any other device, say your iPad or what have you, go to casacares.givesmart.com. That's casacares.givesmart.com and follow the instructions. It's easy as could be. And what you're going to do is you're going to register and your device, your phone, will become your bidding paddle, and I want you to use it often. As a matter of fact, we'll get back to that in 1 second. We've also got, because Amy, we often have a crowd of people and typically a number of bars. Well, if you're at home with a beverage, why don't we play a little drinking game this evening? And we all know the elephant in the room is COVID. So if I make any allusion to COVID, or you can draw an inference to COVID, I suggest you drink. Now, let's go back to our devices that I hope you have already registered. Let's do a little practice bid. On your device, you'll see a button that we can make a little $5 donation. This isn't your big one. This is the one to make sure that we're all on the same page. And when we do press that button, it will be reflected on our thermometer. We've got this lovely thermometer over here, which incidentally, a thermometer is how you take your temperature, which is also a symptom of COVID. Drink. But when I say go, which is right now, go, hit that button, make that $5 donation, and let's just see how we're going to make this work. I want you to know there's also support lines. There's going to be some things at the bottom of the screen, so I want you to be able to take part in all of this. Also, as said, we've got this amazing, generous opportunity from Days Jeweler. We have got, and you can buy one right now, and that is a limited chance. Everyone's a winner to win a pair of diamond earrings from Days Jeweler. What we're going to do is later on in the program, we are going to pick one lucky box, and that winner will get a pair of diamond earrings. Amy, what do you think of all this?
I'm hung up on the cocktail hour. I'm wondering if some people have tea going or ginger ale, or what would be in your glass if you weren't hosting this event, Mark Federow?
Well, being a little old-fashioned, I'd probably have an old-fashioned, perhaps, or I don't want to mask the fact that I like a cocktail at happy hour. So there we go.
Yeah, that was subtle.
They're very subtle. They're going to get a lot more subtle, I hope so. So anyways, the other thing is the auction is open now. We've got 10 items, and unlike a live auction where we're going to do them one at a time, they're all open, and I'm sure you can be reading and looking at them, but also, at the same time, we're inviting you to give and give generously throughout the night. So if you'd like, please consider our appeal. And our appeal is, we need your help. These COVID times are devastating to all, and it's really putting an awful lot of pressure on CASA.
There is a lot of strain on a lot of different organizations throughout the state, and our Mission Moment appeal is generously donated by Cars for CASA this year. They've been longtime supporters of this organization as well, and what I love about their gift is that it's a matching donation, Mark. And so we're really leveraging your generosity, your charitable giving tonight, and doubling down on it, right? With the
Cars
power
for CASA.
of this.
They've been an amazing partner in this one. We'll be talking about that later, but do we have a video?
I think we might.
Hello, my name is Carrie Phillips Forbes, and I'm with Nancy Phillips Associates.
And I'm Adam Enzing from Volvo Cars of Exeter.
Our Cars for CASA sponsorship started several years ago, and we couldn't be more proud of supporting such a critical and impactful organization as CASA of New Hampshire. CASA's advocacy work on behalf of victimized children is so important, and especially right now during this great time of uncertainty.
This year, Cars for CASA is proud to announce a matching gift in the total amount of $10,000 to CASA Cares for the community. Every dollar you donate, up to a total of $10,000, will be matched by our Cars for CASA affiliates. So remember, bid high and bid often.
I love that advice, bid high and bid often.
That's right. And as many things that are different this year, us being in a studio, and the list would go on and on. The one thing that's staying the same is last year we had a golden ticket raffle, and we had one this year as well. You all generously purchased $10,000. That was $100 tickets.
Amazing.
And the winner gets to pick anything out of the live auction. And here's our winner now.
Hi everyone, my name is Brent Kiley, and I was recently informed that I'm the winner of the Golden Ticket Raffle for CASA. So excited to be the winner, so grateful. I wanted to share with you all tonight that the prize I've chosen is to give the prize back. This is the best way that I can see me and my family helping out CASA. That's why we signed up for the raffle and donated the money in the first place. So I'm giving it back so we can raise more money to help the kids, because that's what it's all about. I won't be at the virtual event tonight, but I hope you have a great time, and we'll see you soon.
A true CASA tradition. He wins the gift, he gives it back so we can make even more money for this organization. So that means all 10 live auction items are still up for grabs right now, right, Mark?
That's right, Amy, and I hope that wasn't lost on a lot of people. Bottom line is that gentleman could have selected anything out of the lot, and there's some amazing items that we're going to talk about right now. but he generously gave it back, which is just going to give us more support. And I don't even have to draw inference. If that made you feel good, have a drink and feel better. Bottom line is, folks, bottom line here is this. We've got these items. I'm not going to go through every single word of description. I want you to be comfortable with what you're bidding on. And online, you can see the items you're bidding on. Full descriptions are there with blackout dates. We're going to go over a lot of them. But please, bid with confidence. We've got some beautiful, beautiful items here. Some great values. And tonight's not the night to get a deal. Tonight's the night where you can get a great item, perhaps a deal, and help CASA. So definitely dig deep tonight.
We need you to do that. We really need you this year. It's important.
I saw your eyes light up with item number 1, which is the Seth Meyers happy half, the happy half hour.
Happy half hour.
Here's what
Yes.
it is. What's going on is Seth Meyers, who's totally champions us. We love this. What he has generously donated is for you and 3 friends, 4 people or 3 people you don't like, can get together, and I imagine through a Zoom or what have you, you will be with this bona fide star for 30 minutes. And as he said, you'll enjoy a cocktail, conversation, ask him about his past, how he's dealing with putting a show together.
Yeah, he's a Granite Stater, born and bred. His parents live in Bedford, and so there's a lot of common ground. It would be a great, fast, funny half hour.
Oh, there's no question it's going to fly by. You know, Amy, I do a lot of auctions, and there's one term that I don't care for, and that is when someone says something's priceless. Because when something can be gone out and purchased, you can buy it. This is one of those items where I give an exception. It is priceless. Nobody can just suddenly have this man say, let's sit down and share some time. So this is your chance to really have a once-in-a-lifetime, really, really cool opportunity.
We have a couple of longtime supporters of CASA who I know are chomping at the bit to win this, and so I hope there's a bidding war underway right now. We have some competitive people out there.
I do know that this item, Seth had donated this item for another nonprofit elsewhere in the country, and it sold for tens of thousands of dollars. Of course, tonight, we just want to make sure that it's accessible, and let's open the bidding at $5,000. I know we can get that. Let's see how far we can go, and then we'll want to hear all about it next year. Item number 2 is a Friday to Friday. I want you to know this, but this is a full week at a beautiful ski home in Sunday River. It's up at Sunday River in Bethel, which is just really close and nearby. It's only 3 miles from this house to the parking lot. The views are spectacular. Again, looking at the pictures, the amenities are just fabulous.
I hear there's a hot tub on that deck.
There's a hot tub on that deck, and I will tell you that what's also great is I know that this is available during the New Hampshire school vacation week, which is very important.
Critical information.
It is, and the blackout dates are very, very minor, which you would probably expect. Christmas, New Year's, Columbus Day. These are the types of things. A small $500 security deposit, which often it's thousands. No pets, no smoking, which we'd expect. But I will tell you, this is an item here. We're opening it. Think about this. This place will sleep 13 people.
Wow.
Let's open it at $2,000 and let's see how high we can get that going.
That's a steal.
It is.
Better go for twice that.
It is.
Triple that.
You know, I just was able to do this. I licked my finger to change the page, and you're looking at a bona fide idiot here. I don't know how many times over the last 2 months I have licked the inside of my mask doing this, not knowing that I couldn't touch mine. All right, who wants to go to the Yukon? Well, who doesn't want to go to the Yukon?
Look at that shot. So beautiful.
Yeah, this is for a 3-day, 2-night trip to the Edgewater Hotel for 2, including an evening tour to view the Aurora Borealis and Yukon wildlife and the Hot Springs tour. This is a land only. The reason this is land only is it's an incredible venue. We expect people will probably tie this in with some other part of their safari, some other part of their adventure. Again, thematically, we're looking at items tonight which are not run-of-the-mill, and this is your opportunity to go to a part of the world that you probably wouldn't go and witness some of nature's unbelievable spectacles. I have just a couple of other things. It's 3 days, 2 nights, 4-hour evening tour of Aurora Borealis, 4.5-hour Yukon wildlife tour. I think that we're going to put an opening bid on this of $3,000, which I think we should just crush if it hasn't been already. Oh, Amy. This next item is,
Oh, boy.
it's sick. What we've got here is
You've been talking about this all night, Mark, I'll have you know.
Well,
And I had some colleagues who saw this come across in the preview items that we're talking about it this week at work. So there is a lot of buzz around this.
there is. So this is the Overholt Rye. So let me tell you about this. We're going to take just a quick moment to let you know that you would be bidding on Overholt Straight Rye Whiskey, distilled in 1916 and bottled in 1930. This was during Prohibition. The donor, Sue Cholet, has given us the great backstory, but I will tell you, these very old, very rare bottles of Overholt Rye was, she phoned within the last 2 weeks and spoke to Skinner's auction house, who said that these bottles could be worth between $1,000 and $1,500. So up to $1,500 for this bottle. And here's why. Back in the 1930s, Sue's relatives, an uncle, a father, they were out and off Cape Cod. Bootleggers were running up, and rum runners, as they were called, and they were being chased by the Coast Guard. They threw these bottles overboard in crates. After witnessing it, Sue's, I believe it was her father, in a small aircraft, and we're going back into the 30s now, flew over, could actually see where it was, told his uncle, who was in a Chris Craft. They marked the spot, they went back, they got this stuff. Are you kidding me?
It's like a pirate story.
It is like a pirate story. Well, I wouldn't call it national treasure, but what I will say is this is your opportunity right now, folks, to bid on something extremely rare.
I think they gave us a little, I think they gave us a little glass.
Oh, you know, CASA does care for the community.
Oh, boy. Cheers, everybody. Whatever you have in your glass tonight. What do you think?
Tastes a little old. Joking, it's absolutely spectacular. I've never tasted anything like this in my life. Of course it's old.
Oh, boy.
It's 100 proof, and I don't think I should finish it until this event is over.
That sounds responsible of you.
So please bid on that, but also remember, this would be a great thing just for you to share. Also would be a great thing if you are a investor, and many people are investing in some great spirits. Which brings me to the very next bottle here. This is item number 5. This is the Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, also donated by Sue Cholet. Start your bidding now. This is a rare bottle from 1947. It's Forester Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, bottled for personal use of the donor's father. The old bottle of 100 proof whiskey was made in 1941, so it'll taste old too, and bottled in 1947, distilled by the Brown-Forman Distillery Company in Louisville, Kentucky. Estimates with bourbon being so hot and people bidding on it, this could go 5, 6, who knows, and up. We're going to put an opening bid on this of a mere $300, which I think is going to be, that bid will be shattered very quickly. Mm-hmm. Are you an outdoors person?
Well,
item number 6.
I like to say I'm married to Indiana Jones, and I'm more Marriott and Martinis. But my children are, Mark.
Well, this isn't the outdoor adventure package, and again, you'll have to. There are so many great things in this package that almost too many to list. Here's what you would be getting: a high-end camp gear, including 2-person tent, a pair of men's and women's sleeping bags, some other sleeping bags, some camp pillows. There are.
You can certainly socially distance with this package.
Yes,
you can be COVID compliant.
Yes, you can.
And take in the great.
Thanks for bringing
colors.
that up. She said sleeping bag. I think you might want to have a beverage. It also comes with hiking maps, self-guided tours. It goes on a pair of Advanced Elements Lagoon kayaks, 2 Shoreline Marine 96-inch paddles, an Advanced Element double action pump. We don't know, folks, how long this COVID's going to be with us, but we know the outdoors is the best place to be. This is an outdoor package, which could be worth, I don't know, $2,000 to $3,000.
Sure.
Let's put an opening bid on this guy of $1,500. Again, we'll be checking those bids, but $1,500 is nothing.
I am anxious to see the leaderboard. I am. So let's go.
Absolutely. The South Carolina trip, which is item number 7. Enjoy a week, private lakeside retreat, Appalachian foothills, sleeps 6 to 8 people. This item was in last year's auction and was raved about. It is located 10 miles from Clemson, within driving distance of 3 airports. But I will tell you, the Carolinas are just a beautiful place. We have a beautiful lakes region up here, but the Carolinas are just wonderful. For an extra $1,000, guests can have a blackout dates of Memorial Day and July 4th and Labor Day. So they'll really open it up if you wanted to. And the other thing is, the donor, Jerry Howard, has generously said, if we can get at least a $3,000 donor, they'd add a second time. So why don't you bid this up and 2 people can go on this great thing, 2 different weeks. I think that's spectacular. Item number 8, and we've only got 2 more now, is the plein air painting tutorial. Now, if you're an artist, whether you're a beginner who wants to be better or just want to dip your toe in it, or if you are actually an accomplished artist, Betsy Holmes, a New Hampshire artist, will give lessons as well as one of her original paintings.
Wow.
So not only will you learn from somebody who's accomplished, you'll also leave with a painting and skills. So something like this, again, the painting itself could be worth who knows what. We're opening this up at $1,000. That's easy for everybody. It would make a wonderful gift, especially if you know somebody who's thinking about
Yep.
them. Stay in Newport. This is sail and stay in Newport, 3 days, 2 nights in Newport Beach Hotel. I will tell you that what this is in a nutshell. The America's Cup, which is held out of Newport. These racing yachts have been being raced for decades. The America's Cup is the trophy that they race for, named after one of the boats. But the one thing is, this is not a sailboat ride. Your opportunity now to go and stay 3 days and 2 nights in Newport Beach. You'll also get the opportunity to go out sailing and sail. You will be part of the crew, which again...
Not for the faint of heart.
And is not something that you can just suddenly, hey, I'd like to jump on one of these America's Cup yachts. It's going to be really great. Again, amazing. We've put a modest opening bid of $2,500 on this. Again, there's lodging, there's the boat. And think about it. If you have somebody who's a sailing enthusiast, this is something that they would love to have on their bucket list here. So I would think about that for a gift.
We want to go right now to a video message from Senator Maggie Hassan,
Okay.
who's been a longtime supporter of CASA New Hampshire.
Hi, everybody. I'm sorry that we couldn't gather in person for this year's CASA Cares annual gala, but I am grateful for the chance to join you virtually to thank you for all that you do. Your work is essential to helping our most vulnerable children navigate a complex legal and social system. And just as importantly, you provide these children with a caring, consistent adult who they can trust. I've been proud to support CASA's important work in Congress, including fighting for additional funding. And I want to thank you again for the vital work that you continue to do, even amid the enormous challenges posed by COVID-19. Thank you, and stay safe.
Thank you so much, Senator Hassan. I really want to see that leaderboard to see how much activity we have going on now. Can we talk about that?
I think we're going to jump up to this leaderboard. Let's take a look. These are the items we were talking about. The outdoor adventures at $1,500. No bids. South Carolina, no bids. Ladies and gentlemen, set down your glass and let's get some bidding going on here.
Let's do it.
Seth Meyers already bid up to $5,400.
Wow,
I'd like to
that's
see that
exciting.
go much higher. The Sunday River Resort. I know we were just coming through that segment where we were describing these items. The one we did not talk about was the Rockport Getaway, and that is up in Rockport, Maine. And the neat thing here is that this also includes a beautiful sailing adventure, a museum stay, and also a museum stop, as well as a stay. So look at our Bourbon is taking off there. I did not see where the rye was. But here's let's now talk about the giving, though. I mean, this is great. We'll be watching these things. You can watch them online.
To just be clear, the bidding's only open until 8 o'clock, though, right? This isn't something that you can, or is it open till midnight? Can we clarify that?
No. Good point, Amy. Here's what's happening. At 7:50, we're going to be counting it down, giving you the last call. So We'll need you to be watching your bids, protecting your bids. Don't sit on your hands. Make sure your bids are ready, but we'll give you fair warning, and at about 7:50, the live auction items are closing.
Okay, so this is a limited time offer here. All right, are we going to shift gears now to, we call this, in normal years, our direct appeal, and this is no bells and whistles. This is sort of where we look into the eyes of our longtime supporters and our new supporters and ask for what we need.
Yeah, Amy, you're right on. It's why we're here. The bottom line is that it's fun to have an auction and some checkbooks will open up. However, the need is so great right now. The need is great in any average year. You throw COVID on top of it, and we are really looking at you and telling you that this is the time to dig in. We would love to sign off and tell you that we've raised $150,000.
We can do it. We've done it in years past. I know it feels different this year. And maybe we should just embrace the difference. I've got my mask sitting here, and maybe you're at home in your slippers and you didn't have to put on those uncomfortable high heels.
Maybe you're at home thinking about
venue.
giving us $150,000 and we could have that thermometer go bananas.
Oh, we would love that.
What have we had in the past? Tell us about the good company you'd be in. What have we had in the past?
Well, I mean, just last year, we had 6 people in the room donate $10,000 in this portion of the program. Their paddles went up, and then another paddle went up, and we could not believe it. And it takes money to run this organization. It just plain does.
And those $10,000 gifts, $10,000 would provide training for dozens of volunteers. We'll advocate for hundreds of children for an entire year.
That's legacy kind of money. That's money that sees, one child into adulthood, another child into adulthood under the care and, watchful eye of a CASA advocate.
We know there's many levels. There's many types of donors out there. And if you are one of those that are so fortunate that could give at a level like that, boy, it would be an important gift. $5,000 will support outreach efforts to reach our target.
And we had a number of $5,000 last year. We hope we can do it again this year. We know the format is different, and we know it might feel less personal. We're missing you as well, but it doesn't mean we don't need you. Those children are still there, and the concern is there. To be perfectly honest, Mark, CASA New Hampshire is sort of bracing for an onslaught of new neglect and abuse cases as this COVID pandemic starts to lift and more reports start coming in. And so we are just trying to be as prepared as we can be to not have to turn down a single case.
A $2,500 gift would help us increase our capacity to serve children in rural parts of the state. And those rural parts have been impacted by COVID. And remember, it's really so much has to do with how we can get in front of people. Also, I will tell you the 10,000. Should we
Are we going to talk about that $1,000?
I think that would this would be the perfect time to do it.
This is our mission sponsor, right? Cars for CASA.
It is. Cars for CASA so generously has said that they will match $10,000, and we'd like to see that done with $1,000 donors. That's right. So if you're sitting at home and perhaps when you tuned in, you weren't thinking of making a $1,000 gift. As you learn more about CASA, and I know many of you are already great supporters, dig in. That $1,000 gift could become $2,000 and really make this work, and we need it. So let's move the thermometer when
Yes.
we with those 10.
Let's leverage that giving.
Where are you? Give us those 10 $1,000 gifts.
We know you're out there. We've counted on you for 30 years. We started this crazy virtual event not knowing how it was going to go, hoping that 200 people will register. We now have over 300 people registered for this event. Hopefully they're on with us right now, Mark, and hopefully they're giving. This is the hour. We're trying to make every minute count in this hour. I want to pivot now and thank St. Mary's Bank for their generous support of this segment. This has really been an effort to give back to the community. We've been saying it time and again, unprecedented times, and that we're all in this together. And so we partnered with Feed New Hampshire, and CASA purchased $100 restaurant gift cards. We know restaurant workers, restaurants are struggling right now to accommodate all of the social distancing requirements and to still pay their bills and still keep their people employed. And we want those restaurants there.
Amy, you're right. It's really how CASA cares for the community. We're coming full circle. And what we mean by that is when you think about a potential gift from Feed New Hampshire, and then CASA turns that back into returning it in the form of helping out the restaurateurs. And now you have an opportunity. These cards are from all over the state. So
fun.
Take a look at them. There's probably one in your backyard, a place where you go anyways, and a place for you to help and help again.
So my understanding is it's a $100 value.
Yes.
But, we hope that you spend recklessly and pay more than $100. And every dollar over that, right, comes right to CASA New Hampshire, which is why we're here tonight.
100%.
I'd like to introduce now Justice John Broderick. He was on the New Hampshire Supreme Court as Chief Justice for years, and he has been a longtime CASA supporter and someone dedicated every day of his life to helping the community. And we are so lucky to be in his good graces and to have him on our team. Have a listen.
I'm happy to be here tonight and was honored that Marty Sink asked me to say a few words. I wish we were all meeting in the same room, but obviously that's not possible now. But I'm happy to be here and I'm glad you're part of it. CASA is an amazing institution with amazing people, staff and volunteers, especially volunteers. And I always say, when you're trying to assess the value of a person, he or she, or an institution or an entity, the question to ask is, what would life be like if he, she, or it didn't exist? With CASA, I think we know the answer to that. Over the last 3 decades, it's touched thousands and thousands of young lives who were caught up in abuse and neglect. And it's really made a difference. It's a rare job, by the way, where you go in the morning or go on the road and that day you're changing lives, saving lives. And that's what CASA does. And so when I was on the Supreme Court, I was there for 15 years. Abuse and neglect cases were the hardest cases I heard. It was hard reading those records. And so I understand from that experience and from my talks in schools around New England on mental health, I understand what trauma can do to young people. I also know, and the experts would tell you, the best antidote for that trauma is a caring, thoughtful, listening adult who will advocate for that child, and that's what the volunteers do. And so it's an honor to be here tonight, and I just wanted to leave you with a simple request. If you can volunteer time as a CASA, as a child advocate in the courts, that's the gold standard. If you can get a friend to join you in that exercise, we might be able to serve all the kids who need us. But if you can't do that, if you can make a donation, you can be assured of one thing. Your money will be put to extraordinarily good use, and it will make life better. The goal of CASA is to reunite kids with their families. When that's not possible, foster care is the answer, and maybe eventually adoption. But we all have a role in it. We all have a stake in it. They are, after all, our kids. So I hope you can help. In any event, thank you for listening and enjoy the rest of the evening.
The Honorable John Broderick, thank you so much for joining us virtually, Justice Broderick. Marty Sink is back. Justice Broderick, Marty was talking about, the gold standard would be to be a volunteer, but if you can't do that, to donate. And we are such stewards of the charitable giving that we take that so seriously and account for every dollar. I'm on the governing board, and so, financial accountability is sort of what we do. But I know this is your guiding force as well, to make every dollar stretch as far as you can and still deliver quality programming for our children.
Absolutely, Amy. And it's all about the volunteers, the ones that are in the trenches doing this work, our advocates who are every day working to, as Judge Broderick said, reunify families whenever possible. And when that isn't possible, ensure that there's a safe, permanent home for them to live in and grow and be nourished in. So it's really our advocates that are doing the hard work every day. And COVID has made it that much harder for them, that much harder to have social distancing visits with kids, or to have those visits virtually. Our courts have gone to telephonic hearings. Our volunteers have been amazing, and there are so many children in need, and the need is growing all the time. So again, thank you for that. But we have a special family that we would like to introduce to you real quickly tonight. And
because we celebrate these reunifications, they are a win for CASA.
They are.
And those case files can be tough to muscle through, but take a peek at reunification.
In the beginning of my journey through my recovery, I was struggling a lot and was unable at that time to really be there, to support my children, mentally and emotionally. And that's where, Dave has more than, stepped up and really been incredible for my children.
These are folks that are part of my community, that are part of this state, that are struggling, and really you get a chance to meet them and hopefully touch their lives and hopefully make their lives a little bit better. And there's a lot of people that are involved in it, and as a CASA, you're kind of one piece to that, but you're an important piece because you really are the only person that's really focused on the best interests of the children.
Having Dave in my kids' lives made it incredibly easy for me to be able to focus on, myself and what I needed to do in order to become the healthy adult that I am today, to be the parent that my children deserve.
For me, CASA is really about being able to make a difference in my community at an individual level and at a personal level. And you get an opportunity to really see the difference that you can make and see the difference that happens in these people's lives as they transition through, a year or 2 years or 3 years of, trying to reunify and trying to get back together and become a whole family again.
I'm not sure where myself or my kids would be without having Dave in our life and the support that he has so selflessly given his time and just so much to my children and myself. I am incredibly grateful that the program CASA exists, and they have made an incredible impact on my life, and I am and will always be grateful.
Well, I'm going to geek out a little. I was a little excited about this thermometer because it was going to update in real time, but we're already 40 minutes into our event, and we're just now seeing it. So we're so close to $50,000, which is exciting, right, Mark?
It is great, Amy. And also, if you look at all these the supporters that are scrolling by, Gail Stanley, William Stelling, we've got all these great, Mark Thompson,
Kathleen Thomas, so many familiar names. Jamie Wyman, John, the Czar family.
And the Anonymouses, they used to live next door. The bottom line here is we're doing good, but we can do better. Let's keep going. One thing I do want to remind you, there's a chance. It's super simple, and everyone's a winner because every box is a winner. It may not be the diamond earrings. They may be cubic. However, there is one set of diamond earrings. This is your chance. Please buy a box and take a chance. It's compliments of Dave's Jeweler, and it would be a really, really fun way for you to support CASA and get some beautiful bling for your ears.
So much fun to see that table of boxes of jewelry there.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard and see how the bidding's going. I hope some of those items have had some moves.
17 bids on the rye.
7K for Seth
Look
Meyers.
at
Now
that.
we're moving.
I love
That's
that,
outstanding.
Mark.
Sunday Rivers at 28. And how much was
we're cooking.
There you go. The Outdoor Adventure, 17.
South
Everything's
Carolina.
getting bid. That's beautiful. Newport, 2,500. Rockport, 2,000. Now we're starting to cook. I like to see that. I like to see the Bourbon is at $550.
Wow.
The Rye, $3,000. 17 bids. It looks like a bit of a bidding war there. I guess those people at Skinner's know what they're talking about.
So exciting.
And as we say, this is really all about
it's about the kids.
The kids.
It's
it
about
really
the
is.
kids.
And
Yep.
one of the most important things that can be done is the fostering.
Yeah, we have a real, we are tied to the foster system in a way that is just, you can't separate us, because every child that goes into foster is assigned to CASA, has a CASA looking out for their case. And they have fought and struggled through this COVID crisis and done remarkable Herculean things to keep COVID compliant and to keep up with their court dates, which are telephonic or not telephonic. And then those children in foster also have to meet with their biological parents on a regular basis. So many new rules to follow. And they've just done a stellar job. And we want to show you a little video now.
Michael and I have fostered coming up on 12 years, right? Yes. And in 12 years' time, we've had many CASAs and many children. Typically, when a CASA comes over to check in on the kiddos and see if there's anything that we need, she will visit with the children one-on-one to check in on them and meet with either myself or if Michael's home, then the two of us, and see if we have any questions that she's able to answer, and then just plays that supportive role as well. In one case in particular, our son, who we adopted after about 5 2/3 years in foster care, had it not been for the role of our CASA and the CASA supervisor, I'm not sure the end result would have been what it was. They advocated for our son. They ensured that his best interest was continually brought to the forefront of the court. They worked with DCYF to ensure that everybody was on the same page. And they also, along with supporting the child, they did come alongside us if needed, which was fantastic because doing this day in and day out can become a little arduous at times.
Foster families, we love you. Thank you so much for what you do. And we always need more foster families, just like we always need more CASA volunteers here in the state of New Hampshire.
And what a powerful way to volunteer. I will say that looking at some of these, some of the bidding that's going on, looking at the thermometer and whatnot, you've all been giving so nice. I think it's time for me to give something away. Well, it's not me. Days Jeweler has been so kind.
Wow.
Over here in one of these boxes, ladies and gentlemen, is the winning set of diamond earrings. I'm going to pick one.
So, Mark, the other boxes have cubic zirconia, but there's real 3/4 diamonds, carat diamonds in there?
Yes, I guess so. Should I take this one? You tell me. Am I getting warmer or clothes? Back here, over here? What was I mean?
I've
got this one in my hand. The number is number 97. 97. It was a late number. Let's see who got this one. So I'm going to set that over here so it doesn't get mixed up. We'll have the winner of that in a minute.
Super.
But I know that you like to see the thermometer. If we could bring the thermometer up and let's see what's going on here. We're still moving there.
I think again, we could do a little better,
It
right?
hasn't refreshed, but it is moving a little bit. Maybe now that you all can start thinking about making those final bids, we do have some time.
This is reflective of our direct appeal, right? This is where we are just asking for those $10,000 bids so we can capitalize on that matching gift from Cars for CASA.
Yeah, and Cars for CASA, exactly. We're looking for those 10 $1,000 bids. So I would love... Oh, I've just been notified that the winner of the diamond earrings...
Are those the voices in your head telling you things?
It's the rye. Jeff and Katie Hayes.
Congratulations!
There you go. I don't know if you're each going to wear one or... If I think Katie's going to is very happy right now. Thank you for helping us out and supporting, and thank Days Jeweler. Also, can we take a look really quickly because we've only got a few minutes left now on your bidding.
Fast hour.
Here we go. Seth, we'll start right here. The Adventure Package 1700. Remember, protect these bids. Sail and stay, the Rockport. There's a lot of room right now. Vacation to South Carolina is up to $3,600. That gives some possibilities.
Whoa.
Seth Meyers, 8K. I like to see that. The Kentucky Bourbon is way overvalued, not way overvalued, but I love to see that it's reached what we thought it would go to, $700. And the Overholt Rye, $3,600. I think there might be somebody laying in the wings. The painting class and the painting for $1,000. That's an opening bid. Maybe somebody could bring that up just a little bit.
Would love to
Your
see
donations are wonderful. Remember, folks, we've only got a couple of minutes left now in the live auction. However, we are going to keep your ability to make a pledge through the appeal open till midnight tonight. Because if you're like me, you're probably on the couch still trying to figure out how to turn your phone on and register it. If that's the case, relax. Figure out your bidding tool, have another drink, and then make
add another zero.
And make a really nice, generous donation, because I'm going to tell you that your gifts go a very long way.
This has been a crazy way to do this, and I hope you all have had a little fun with it.
The bourbon has jumped. The bourbon just jumped 50. The Overholt's just jumped.
Look at that.
I like to see this. Seth Meyers just jumped $500. That's right, folks. We're going to give the countdown here. You've got 1 minute. That's, ladies and gentlemen, you have 1 minute.
Oh, that's it.
On the live auction items, you've got 1 minute, and then it's going to be closed. We thank you so much, but I'd like to see these things jump. But if you're waiting, push your button now, and let's make that happen.
Well, we have a lot of support from all of our leaders around the state, and we are so grateful for that. CASA could not do its mission without the support of our governor and Justice Broderick and Senator Hassan. And Senator Jeanne Shaheen now has a special message for us on this night. We, of course, invite them every year to come to these live events, and a lot of times they show up. But, of course, everything is a little different this year. So let's see what Senator Shaheen has to say.
A safe and healthy upbringing is so important for kids to succeed, to develop healthy relationships, to be able to succeed in school, and to have opportunities in life. And for vulnerable children, especially during this pandemic, they need the support of CASA. And we know that they can always count on those CASA volunteers who give of their time to help kids who need help. So thank you so much for making this event a success and for your continued work on behalf of kids.
Oh my God.
Amy, did you see what happened during the video? Ladies and gentlemen, you did step up.
Come on, what happened?
We knew we had a great deal of people who registered and were sitting at home. We also realized that people were probably just waiting in the wings. We've just jumped. It's jumping before our eyes. The thermometer's up to 150,000 right now, over 150,000. This is really a special evening. I'm waiting just in 1 second. I'm supposed to get the names of the winners of those live items. I know it's a little tricky when you are bidding in this format to wonder if you were the first, if you were the person. But at $150,000 and $150,000 and more, $929. That's terrific. That's going to go a really, really long way during these tough times.
And you know what makes this event special and dimensional in a new way this year in 2020 with masks and us 100 miles apart or whatever is that we've got people all over the country supporting us right now in a way that wasn't really possible before. So people in California and Colorado and Illinois and Ohio and South Carolina and of course all over the state of New Hampshire. And we are just so very grateful. We are feeling your love coming through that screen, coming into that thermometer, and we promise you we will be such good stewards of your generous donation and really see things through for the children of New Hampshire. Do you have breaking news there, sir?
Well, I do. I've got the items here. So we have got the Seth Meyers Happy Hour. Went for $9,000.
Oh my gosh!
And that is to Michael Donahoe.
That's my brother in California.
There you go. We've got the Sunday River Stay. Sunday River Stay went for $3,300. David Eby. I hope I said that right.
That's
Ebby
my
or Eby.
co-chair.
There you go. You know
Go
everybody.
David.
The Yukon trip, $3,200. Kathleen Thomas.
Oh my gosh.
The Rye, holy moly, $7,500. John Moynihan, enjoy that if you would.
Wow,
you may just hang
cheers
on to
to
it.
you.
Maybe you just want to hang on to that. Kentucky Bourbon Whiskey. What a generous, generous bid of $1,000. Fred Hurwitz, thank you very much.
Fred.
Outdoor Adventure Package. Michael, I hope I say this right, Ambrogi. That is $1,700. Vacation in Carolina, $3,600. Tim Resmeyer, Plein Air Painting.
Tim!
There you go, $1,000. Gene Rostov and sail and stay in Newport, Rhode Island. Someone's going to be on that America's Cup boat. Richard Lovering, as well as the Rockport Getaway, $2,000. Richard Lovering. Ladies and gentlemen, I just cannot say enough about the generosity that we're seeing here. Often, people were saying that it wouldn't be possible. You've really stepped up. You've made me proud to be part of this.
It has been some night. This felt like a big mountain to climb. Marty, are you going to join us here? We don't have much time left.
This is amazing. Amy, it's just jumped to $211,000. I cannot believe it. What an incredible outpouring of support. Go family members. Amy's brother, my daughter-in-law. Anyway, thank you all.
It does feel like a family.
We are going to be able to do so much for so many children with this incredible outpouring of love and support tonight. We can't do it. It takes a village. It truly does take a village to take care of all our kids. But thank you. Stay safe, stay well. Have a good night. Thank you so much.
What a night. What a night, Marty. I can't believe this was a challenge. And, hats off to the committee who did something truly unorthodox and a little scary and set the bar high and then moved the bar up. And then our supporters met it. And, you started this all 30 years ago, Marty Sink, on a wing and a prayer, really.
But it's a team effort. Like I said, it takes a village, Amy, and it has, and it will continue.
I just heard we're up to $256,000.
$256,000.
And climbing. That's spectacular.
Mark, thank you. Thank you. Your part in this is important, and wow. Seth, everybody, thanks so much.
I hope I get to go to that happy hour.
I thought you do too.
I hope so. Have a good night, everybody. Be well, be safe. Mask up.
Thank you.
I'm coming to get you. Why did the basketball players get so sweaty? Because all the fans left.
Who's your hero?
Daddy.
Why?
Because he's strong.
And who's your role model? Who do you look up to?
Serena Williams, because she's fierce.
For was a name upon a page. My eyes are brown, I live in town, and I love the second grade. My little world's turned upside down, and I'm lost inside a maze of